episode 54 from the Mit to ATL featuring Peanskean. Me and him and I, we go back. We
Back,
go
back.
way a ways back. We go a ways back, yo. Like I've been knowing him since eighth grade, Weber eighth grade. Yep. So 1990, 1997, 98. That's how long I've
Yep.
been knowing him.
Weber
So
eighth grade, bro.
yeah, man. And we graduated high school together. And actually, in the middle of high school, found out that the dude was my cousin. It was a weird. I was like, what? So I thought that was pretty cool. By the way, hey, cuzzo. So while we're talking about this, I'm
Popping,
actually
bro.
so it's on Facebook. I forgot to tell you that. It's on Facebook. It's
Okay.
on YouTube right now. So if you want to
Okay.
share it, just go to my page and share it.
Okay.
So you can do that. So, but in any case, I don't know if you want me to share your government name, but he goes by the name of Peanskean. He's a producer. He's an artist. He's actually a film writer. Like we talked about it. Can I share that?
Yeah, bro. Even though
Okay,
that's my new avenue, but
that's your
yeah,
new avenue. Oh no, but
new
it is.
avenue. You
That,
feel
but
me?
that's what I mean. But that's what you're doing now. So you know what I'm saying. So it's all the arts. So
Right.
all right, cool. You're in the acting film, the acting world in reference to
Right.
what's going on with ATL. So we're gonna talk about all of that, man. But first and
Okay.
foremost, man, how you doing today, fam? How you doing? How you feeling?
Man, for some reason I feel great. For some, I don't know why. I just
Yeah,
feel it in my body, bro.
yeah.
Like I was even driving. I just got done eating some ribs that got me feeling great. I just got done going to the sky, you know what I be doing. Got me
Mm-hmm.
feeling great, you know what I'm saying?
You're funny. Nah, but I mean,
Right.
I feel you though, man. Like sometimes, like it's I don't know how's the weather over there right now because
Oh man,
it's
right
all
now
it's
today,
oh it's one of them
today is
days.
77. What's going on over there?
Bruh.
Cause
It's cool.
y'all
It's
tripping.
it. Look, man. Like people look like people was like it didn't really snow over there. I was like, nah, yo, it really snowed. I was like,
Y'all tripping.
it really snowed. It looked like preliminary Michigan snow. So I was like really
Oh.
hot. You, exactly. So anybody from the Midwest know, like when we think like I was like, no, it's like snow. Like I'm like, man, it might almost look like the snow that we when we looked outside and knew we weren't supposed to go to school type snow. I'm like,
That made us go to school.
that made it go to school anyways. It's like this
Dude
might
ain't supposed
this
to go to
might
school.
happen. I was getting worried. I was like, bro, because I don't like the snow because of being traumatized going to school. Like, man, what are we here for? No, but it wasn't like as bad. The issue was that they don't have any
Snow trucks,
snow trucks,
probably.
salt, nothing like that. They
So
put
yeah.
sand out. They put sand, you know what I'm saying, out here after the fact.
Sand.
Yeah, sand. It works.
What the, but you
It
gotta
works,
drive
brother.
on this
You gotta drive on the
sand.
sand. Sand, but I mean, it turns into mud, so I guess it works. I don't know.
Okay.
But it
But
would have
then the
been better.
power outage though,
And
and there's a
then the
lot of
power
different
out.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So the power outage that was weird. I've been hearing stories about people paying like high electricity bills for something they had no control over, and I was like, that makes that makes no sense. But what
Right, your
about
power out. You ain't paying for the power.
yeah, but like it was the weirdest thing. I was like, bro, that doesn't make any sense. And I was like, and even if I were to try to make it make sense, it would have had to have been because it's like, oh, we're gonna just make them pay for us going out there and fix it. But it was like,
Yeah, that's what they thinking.
but even then, it still didn't make sense because the people didn't break anything.
They,
It was a natural
right.
catastrophe that
And that's what they
transpired.
supposed to do. Fix it, that
Hey, you're
company.
supposed to fix it. Like you shouldn't be charging extra people to fix stuff that we had no control over. Like
To
that don't
fix
make
y'all
no
stuff.
exactly. I'm like that don't make no sense. All right, bro.
Wow.
So let's get into this, man. So like well, let's backtrack here. Just a little bit of like history between him and myself. I told you we went to school together. We graduated high
Right.
school together. But
Right.
when I found out that Peanskean was my cousin, it was sadly at a funeral. And I forgot the kid's name, but it was a little cousin. He was about like 2 years old. I remember my mom. I go to this house.
Yeah.
Yep, I go to this house, and my mom was like, "All right, you gonna meet some of your cousins you ain't never met before." I was like, "In Saginaw, all right." So what happened first, bruh, is I meet this chick, and so her and I, we sitting there chopping it up. I'm like, "Ah, she cute. Oh, it's a wrap, right?" Because it's friends and family, so we don't know. So, so
She
Shorty
said, "We
feeling
don't know.
me,
We don't."
Shorty feeling me. I'm feeling her, right? I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's a wrap." So then my mom come up, and she talks to the girl and is like, "Hey, so I see you met your cousin," and she was like, "Who?" And my mom looked, and I was like, "Oh no!" And my mom looked at me, and I look, and we look at each other, and we was like, "Oh." It was the funniest thing, but and it was the funniest thing. But I'm like, I'm glad that happened because some people they be smashing cousins and not even know, so that's weird. But then like, but what happened was right after that was I turned and see you, and I'm like, "Yo, what are you doing here?" And you was like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "I'm here because I got a cousin that I ain't never met that died," and da 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 da. He's like, "Oh, that's my cousin." I was like, "How?"
Right, cause we already knew each other. We looking at
Yeah,
each other. Yeah, okay.
yeah. So that was like
Yeah.
10th grade, I think, like during the summertime. I was like, "How?" You know what I mean? And so, but
Okay, yeah, that was that. I was about to say, bro,
it was
that
in the,
that was
it was summertime.
2000. Cause I
Yeah,
remember, I already know who it was. My little cousin, but yeah, 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 that was around that time.
yeah, and it was crazy how he passed. I was actually even as a kid, I was hot. I was like, bro, why is he out in the street by himself like that? But anyways, we're gonna let that go.
Bro,
But
right,
I,
right.
I
I
was
thought of this
I was
yesterday, bro.
I
I
was
swear to
hot.
God, it came up yesterday because I was driving. I was like, nope, hell no. Because I always think that still to this day. So
Wow.
I swear to
Yeah.
God, I thought this yesterday because I didn't think of it in a minute. But
Yeah.
yesterday, I thought of this thought,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
man. And my wife, she kind of understands, but doesn't really understand why I'm like really protective. It because of like stuff like that, and especially like with
Mm,
like little kids or siblings. Well, I ain't got no like young siblings. It's just you know what I'm saying. My
right.
baby brother, he's like 28, but like my little cousins or my nieces now, you know what I'm saying. And then my wife being pregnant, like I'm really protective. Like I don't want anything to happen because not just because of the kid just being a kid, but because adults are not responsible. You know what I mean? So
Adults
like
wild, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm even talking about my man that was driving a car. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know how, especially back. It's not even back home. Anywhere you go, where we're there. You know what I mean? Like you got at least one clown out there driving recklessly and not looking at the road and not paying attention to kids and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Yeah.
look, man. So I never knew what happened to that dude after the fact. I don't know if he went to
I
jail.
don't know. It was cause it's not a car, understandable that can
Was it a
slow down.
was it a
It was
hit and
a
run?
no, he stopped, but he was in a big semi. So
He was
them
in a
hard to
semi
stop.
truck.
Them hard to stop like that. So you understand.
Wait,
So
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hold up.
I
You're in
think
a
it was a big truck.
you're in a
Like he
semi
want
truck,
that whole trailer one on there. But
but he was in the hood driving it or something.
cause the hood that's still off the edge of some busy streets, like Genesee
Yeah,
and them.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
no
yeah, yeah.
telling how, you know what I'm saying?
How that boy get way over?
No,
Wow,
he was following somebody.
that don't make it no better, bro.
Yeah, but now that's something different.
we'll,
Yeah,
we'll,
I'll
we'll
tell
talk
you
about
about
that.
it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later
Yeah.
because I'm like that don't make it no better, dog. Because I was like 14, 15. I was like, what the heck? So, but anyways, let's get into this, man. So you've been making music. You and I are kind of like roughly been making music around like the same time.
Exact.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Exact.
Because we heard. Yeah. Because we both heard about music, MTV Music Generator. That's how we both got started. We heard about it at separate time. Like I don't know
I
when you
forget
heard it,
about that part of the story. Yeah,
but I know
music
I
generator was
remember. But I
first.
remember. Yeah. But I remember it because I'm like I remember like later on coming to your house. Maybe it was Music Generator or maybe it was
I
Fruity
know
Loop.
Fruity Loops came after, but music generator was on the
Yeah.
PlayStation,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
then
Yeah.
because
Yup.
that's when we
Yup.
was younger, and then Fruity Loops and
Then
everybody
Fruity Loops
came.
came. Yeah, man. So tell me, man, what made you want to get into music first off? Let's talk about that.
Get into music,
Yeah.
making music. Let me see. I wanted to be like my cousin Bugsy. You know what I'm saying? Because he was doing music and
Why does
he
that
was
name sound
rapping.
familiar?
He was rapping with Ghetto Records and them. And
Yeah. Okay.
I wanted to be doing what he was doing.
Hold on. Backtrack real quick. Gutter Records, wasn't that a label in Saginaw?
Yeah, I was a label,
I
independent label
remember
in
hearing that.
Saginaw.
I remember hearing about that, and I was like, "Who is that? What is that?" Go ahead,
Right.
man.
But yeah, and then of course when I was listening to Eminem and Cash Money
Mm-hmm.
and Timberland and them, I'm like, man, I can make something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel me? And then was my inspirations, and I was flowing off what they was doing. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
go ahead. I'm listening.
no, yeah. That's what made me just 'cause I was rapping first. I wasn't making beats.
I
I
didn't
started
know that.
making yeah. I rapped first before I made beats because I was rapping over like a Cash Money beat or a Master P beat or something
Mm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
we ain't had no beats, so I started making beats. That's
Yeah,
what you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
Do you remember Parappa the Rapper?
Who?
Do you remember a game called Parappa the Rapper?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember
No
that.
inspiration at all, but I was just saying because we was talking about MTV Music Generator, which I wonder how
Yo,
that is though. MTV
I
Music.
like I don't. I mean, they don't have it because they had two versions of it. They had the first one, then they had MTV Music Generator 2, and
Mm,
oh, let me see, Ghetto Records. Yeah, this is Don Trey. Yeah, that was back in the day. They was downtown. Yeah, I didn't know anything for real
yeah,
about Ghetto Records. Like I really didn't. I was just like, I just heard of it and was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty much it. Don Trey's the one that introduced me to music TV generator. I mean, well,
Don Trey
MTV.
who?
Don Trey Daniels.
I thought so. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. What's popping, bro? What's
yeah.
happening? What's
So
happening?
he's the
Okay.
yeah. So he's the one that introduced me to MTV Music Generator. Cause you said you started off rapping. You know I was a singer. Like ever since y'all met
Right,
me,
right, right. You
I
were
was
singing.
always singing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, but what actually happened was that I would do poetry. I don't know what got me to a point where I decided to write poetry for some reason, but I
Mm-hmm.
was writing poetry at like 13, 14 years old, just writing poetry just to write it. And then what happened was Dontre, I think we was either at school or he was at my house, and I was just being corny like, "Yo, man, this is what I wrote." You know what I'm saying? Because that's my friend. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I get to be really transparent with my friends. So I'm like, "Yo, yeah, da 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 da." He looked at the lyrics. Well, he was looking at the poetry. He was like, "This could be a song, dude." And
That's what it is.
I was like, "You think so?" Bruh, I don't remember you taking me up there. He said I took you up there one day. You don't remember? Nah, bruh.
Up
I'm
where?
so. He said he took me up to Ghetto Records. I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all, bruh.
Man, I
I
ain't never
don't.
been there. I just heard they stuff, and I knew my cousin was with
Mm-mm.
them. But
Nah, I've
yeah,
never. I don't recall being there at all. Like vaguely. Nah, I'm really trying to remember. I don't. So I don't remember that. So what happened was he said, yeah, yo, you should, you know what I'm saying, da 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 da. He said, yeah, this could be a song. And I was like, all right. And then I don't know what happened. He said, yo, I got this thing called the MTV Music Generator. Look, man, I'm gonna give it to you. He said, you smart. You can figure it out. That's
right.
exactly what
You
he
can. You
said.
was one of the smart ones, so yeah,
Yeah.
you
He
can.
was like, you
You
can
can
figure it. He
figure
was
it
like,
out.
man, I don't get it. Right. That's what we're talking about right now. And I was like, he's like, yeah, you can figure it out. And I was like, all right. So I messed with it. I was like, oh, I think I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I think I can make music with this. And I was like, all right, cool. So, anyways, backtracking to you, man. So you end up, you know, what I'm saying we both graduated, we both left. So what made you? We're gonna ask a lot of questions, but
Let's go ahead.
what made you move to Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? Was it because of the whole movement, the migration from, you know what I'm saying, from Michigan to Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? A lot of like I moved to Texas recently, right? Well, not recently, but 2013 I moved from Kentucky to Texas, but it was just a transition after I got out the military. So
Mm.
what made you what made Peanskean say, "Yo, I don't want to live in Saginaw no more," and rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? I don't live here no more. I want to move to Atlanta. What? Why Atlanta? Why that place?
Okay. First, this is what happened. I went to Mississippi first, right?
Really?
Right, right. I had to get the hell up out of there. I went to
Okay, okay.
Mississippi.
You got
He said,
family
"Hold
over
up,
there?
yeah, my mom was living there, but my sister and brother lives there now.
Okay, okay,
So I
okay,
ain't really see them too much like that
okay,
growing
okay.
up.
Yeah, yeah,
So I was, in Mississippi for a couple years, seeing how they thought I talked funny. They all liked me though. So the
oh,
people was
hold on,
cool,
wait,
even though
wait,
they
wait. We talk funny in reference to people. Hmm.
right. So the way they talk, they like, oh, I like the way you talk.
Like,
All
bro,
right.
I talk regular. What you mean?
But it was in Jackson, Mississippi, bro. They
That makes
vibes
sense.
is so cool, bro. They got
Yeah.
some of the Mississippi and Louisiana got some of the best music and vibes. It just they need
Mm,
more exposure. But it
yeah.
just one for me at the moment. Came to
Mm.
Atlanta
Okay.
on some random, the most random. My boy Slick, bro. I gave him some beats in Saginaw when I came and visit one time, and he
Yeah.
ended up in Georgia, and I was in Mississippi. He said, "Bro, you want to come to Georgia?" I said, "Hell yeah, my car don't work. I ain't had no
Mm.
job. I'm on the way." No, no, he came and got me.
Oh, he came and got you from Mississippi.
Yeah.
Oh
Hold
wow.
on, he came. He drove to Mississippi and came and got me.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
I end up in Georgia.
Wow. Wow. So okay. So now you in Georgia.
In
So
Georgia.
what then? You know what I mean? Cause like I've been trying to keep up with everybody, but I
Right.
don't do a good job at it. All I know is like you were
Ooh.
making music for like years and years and years. Put out a couple albums, and then all of a sudden you was like, "Yo, I'm finna start getting trying to get into the film industry." And I was like,
Right.
what? So I was like, I was just like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Cause I get it. It's like,
Right.
you'd be surprised. You could be something in the background, and then later on, we see you like playing a whole role, like a
Right.
real role with speaking parts and stuff like that. Like that happens.
It's
So,
simple
but
too.
it's stupid simple because they did stuff like that here in Texas. I'm actually on this show called The Leftovers. And
Mm.
so there's one scene in the second season towards the end where we're singing this song.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, "Oh, we don't know the song." I was like, "I know the song because I heard it a couple times in the first season because I was on the show. Like I was in the audience as an extra, and I
Right.
was just listening to the song. And so I just it was a really simple song. I kind of remember it when they showed us. We don't know how it goes. Like, nah, I know how it goes. Told them all the parts because I was it was a church I used to go to before I moved to the San Antonio area. So I was in Central Texas, and I was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? That choir, like the singers in that particular choir, dope singers. Like it's a
Mm-hmm.
nice handful of them that like they can sing. So we all got together. I taught them the parts. They picked it up real quick, bruh. We killed it. You know what I'm saying? But then they showed like 20 seconds of it.
But still, though, the
Yeah,
experience was
yeah,
fun, though.
but it was dope though, man. It was dope. I was like, and once I was like, I might want to try to get into this later on, but because like work and you know, what I'm saying I had other stuff going on. It's like the pay for it was like not a lot. You know what I'm saying? Unless you had a certain like speaking piece, like us when they
Mm-hmm.
wanted us to sing, bro. That day I made like close to $800. I was like, I never made that much in my whole entire life in one day, and I was like, that's ridiculous. So, but yeah,
Mm.
man, yeah. What made you want to get into the film industry?
See the okay, let's go back a little bit. Say with the music, right?
Mm, mm.
Right. You know how people knew me, right?
Okay, yeah.
Back at the crib. You know what was going on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't to me, it was like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to, too much stuff was going on, the people knowing me like that.
Okay,
So
I
when
got you.
so
Yeah.
when cause that's why I ain't never tried to go higher. I no telling what I could have done,
Back
but
home. I mean, that's oh
go
man,
no,
that's
no,
what a
not
lot of
there, not
us.
that. It wasn't nothing to do there. But I'm talking about
Okay.
even anywhere else. I didn't want to be up front with the music, even though I was just wasn't nobody else
Ah,
around. I had to try a little bit, but
yeah.
I never really wanted to be up front, even though people knew me anyway. It just came out that way.
Yeah.
But then I came here. I came here. Of course, I came to Atlanta for music. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it could have been. It was here. It was during that time. It's perfect, lined
Exactly.
up.
Yeah.
The Hollywood stuff came out of nowhere. First, I did a movie. I went back to Saginaw and did a movie.
Oh,
The Street Boss movie. When they
okay.
first did that in like 2008, it was
Okay.
just background type stuff. So I'm like,
Mm,
oh, this all right. But then when I got to Atlanta, somebody's talking about Tyler Perry.
mm.
I like, damn. So you just get to work that and like background, whatever you want to do, you just do. But
Hmm.
background, you know how you work background. That's the
Yeah,
most. They think that's the most least important position, but you
bruh.
don't. You
It'll make it break
they
a
ain't
show.
looking at you like that. They ain't looking at. So you get to talk to this person. You get to talk to this person. You get to talk to that person. If
Yeah,
you PA, you got to be sitting still PA. If you doing this, you got to be sit still doing this.
yeah,
If you this, they still need you, but you get to learn from a different aspect.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm on set with Tyler Perry.
Mm.
Who am I? Who am I, bro? So I'm on sets with Tyler Perry. I'm just now. It took me a long time to be in the scene with him. Like it was like the last movie, that Grace movie, which I ain't know I was gonna be in there.
Wait, you're in that?
But I'm in the scene. He in there. He cussing.
I gotta go back and watch it again. Yeah,
Bro,
a fall from grace, right?
yeah,
The
yeah, just in the
Netflix.
back though.
Now I
But
gotta go
just,
back and watch it again just to make sure.
but
Just
I put my face down because I'm acting like I'm in jail. So I'm like, oh, so you really can't when the camera show my face
yeah,
go down. But it really don't matter. I'm in the scene.
you know you
But
in it. Yeah. Now I gotta go back. No, no, no. It's a little, but I'm saying it's stuff like that. Like there's another. I think it was a fall from grace where the dude was like, it was some older white dude. He wasn't really
mm.
eating his food, and people. It's like, what is he doing? He ain't even eating the food. I was like,
but
look,
they
man.
did. But he'll tell you to talk sometimes, or
Oh wow.
say you working with Samuel L. Jackson or Queen Latifah
Yeah.
or oh, I seen Queen Latifah. She beautiful. I ain't know she on I forgot what show it
Is she
was. But
really? How is she really tall?
she I was like, she tall, bro. You know I'm
Really?
tall.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
tall. So if I'm looking at her and say, damn, she tall.
Wow.
She tall. But she was she wasn't ugly though. I forgot what
See,
show with the three girls
I
singing.
never looked at her. I never looked at her like she was ugly. I just knew
Like
she had this is one chick that people was frowning upon back in the day. She reminded me of her. I can't think of her name right now, but she wrote a book.
she wrote a
Um,
book.
she's a Muslim, and her name is sister. Bruh, I can't find it, but
Sister Soldier, Sister Soldier.
no, it
Oh,
was a sister
okay.
soldier. It was a
I
chick
was saying that's
that
that. But
she wrote a book.
who else?
I can't think. I can't think of it, but it was a book. Ah, man, it's gonna come to me as soon as I finish this show. It's gonna come to me. Not, but she wrote a book and it's basically teaching women about how to be wives and like people in the '90s were hot because she was chin checking mugs back then.
Mm.
But what I'm saying is that Queen Latifah reminded me of her. Like when I realized who that lady was, I was like, oh, that's what Queen Latifah reminded me of. She reminded me of this chick. I was like, oh, that makes all the sense in the world. But yeah, no, I never looked at Queen Latifah as being ugly. I was just like, she was just like,
Mm.
I looked at her like tomboyish. But I
That
ain't
was
never looked.
it. She was wearing the dress, looked like she trying to walk in the heels she had on. And she was like, hey, because I'm tall, so they see me more. Even though I'm
Yeah,
just, you
that
know what
makes
I'm saying?
sense.
Like
Yeah,
Regina, what's her name? Regina Hall?
Regina Hall,
Regina
Regina
Hall.
King, or
Not
Regina
King.
King.
I could have worked with her, but I ain't get to work with her. I ain't get to work with Jamie. I'm pissed.
Regina
But
King is
we ain't
those are
talking about
her.
Regina
Those are,
King.
no, I'm just saying, but those are her real eyes. No, I met her. Like those are her real eyes. I was like, wow,
I
she's
can't
really good.
handle her, bro. I was
She's
watching
really good at
Enemy
her
of the
job,
State
bro.
the other day. I can't.
You're
can't.
funny. She's really good at her job, bro. She's really
She
good
tell
at
you
her
know
job.
she Riley on Boondocks.
Yeah, she's both of them. She's Riley and Huey. Yeah,
Oh, she the
man.
other brother too.
Yeah, she did both voices.
Did I know that?
Bruh, like, look, man. I was like, Ping. Well, pause. But Peanskean, I was like, yeah. I had to say pause. They're like, that didn't sound right. Pause. But I was like, because we had to grab some chairs for some reason. They needed the extras to help them. So she had walked
Mm,
past,
stuff
bruh,
happening.
and she was like 4 feet away from me. I about cried, dog. I was like, oh. And then when we did the scene when we were singing, she came up to us again. You know what I'm saying? Because them that big, they don't really like pay attention like that. She was just
Right,
like,
right, right, right.
but she heard us singing. She was like, man, she said, y'all did an amazing job like, with that song. Like, if you can hear her in her voice saying it, just
Was
being
she
her saying,
directing or acting in it?
no, she was acting. She was acting.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, she was
Cause she
acting.
directed nowadays.
Yeah. It's I think did she direct The Watchmen? You
No,
ever
she
saw
in it.
Watchmen?
They did the Watch Me here, bro. I could have been in it, but they kept doing nighttime shoots, and I don't like them.
Really? You don't like nighttime shoots?
Ain't that crazy, bro? I'm all picky, and who am I? But
He said
with
this.
that,
He silly. He said this drink. He said this is drink champs with no drinks. Shut up.
bro, is that, bro? I'm in the sky though. In case they don't know.
Oh God, that he funny. So okay, so Queen Latifah, you met her.
Oh, but then recently, I met a lot of people, but the show I've been working on,
Mm,
we call it Resident, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Everybody know
really?
Theo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now
He
he
came
know me
back.
by name because I've been on there so much. He be like, "What up, Peanskean?" Or he said,
Wow.
"I'm in the bathroom. I don't know why all this shit happened in the bathroom. Everybody got to go." So he in the bathroom peeing. He like, "Bro, I seen you Tuesday night." Like he seen me on TV. He told me this. So I'm like, cause I'm in the scene with him, of course. But
Yeah,
he like, "Man, I seen you on Tuesday night." I said, "Oh yeah, bro, that was dope." But like for that to happen, bro, I was like, cool. But
yeah.
and then everybody asked me like, "Why you don't want to act?" This is what I started doing for how I got into writing, getting the scripts off set because I'm on real sets like that's going in theaters or TV. So these are official scripts and shit, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm learning how to write this shit. I'm like, oh, these just words on paper. I learned the format, bro. Get a computer, a couple computers and programs. I know how to write that stuff now because I
Mm,
took it all and not took it, borrowed, and seen how it's written. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So
Like you was looking
that's
at
what
other
made me,
like looked at other scripts and like so you would rather be a writer than an actor.
yeah.
So
And people, even my
why
nephew was mad at me about that.
no, I mean no, but I don't blame you because being a if you look at it even from a music perspective, being a writer is almost like being a music producer or being a sound engineer. You know what I'm saying?
You putting
All
it
you doing
together.
and putting it together because you can get anybody or being a songwriter in general because you need somebody to sing the song. You be like, I can sing this song myself, but it's like, nah, I think Beyonce would do great on this song, or Beyonce heard the song, or Mariah heard the song, or uh,
Yeah, they can have
you
it.
know,
Well, they can have it, but they
whoever
can
heard this
alternate
song,
it.
yeah, whoever heard this song, they can. Yeah, that is true. And then take credit, but it's different when you're the writer director of a film. You know what I'm saying? You get way more notoriety. I mean, you mentioned Tyler Perry. He's an actor, but it's like he had to act out his own stuff because who is he gonna find at one point to act out his stuff? You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
you don't get
So
that the way he work. Like some people say his stuff mediocre, but how he worked and then seeing it,
yeah,
seeing it like
yeah,
damn everything. Being on that big studio everybody talking about, that
yeah.
lot, I was on that lot years before it got people started talking about it because he
Wow.
was building it. He went
Mm-hmm.
there, he was building all the different things. So we still was going there shooting shit.
Mm.
But
Hey, bro, I ain't trying to be funny. If you gonna open that up, man. Cause
bro,
it's the audio. It's like I gotta edit that. Oh, is that
open
your?
what? Oh, this a pen.
Oh, oh. Well, what's that noise?
Probably me moving around.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. No biggie. All right, no
No,
biggie.
no, no. We gotta do. You know, we about that sound school
Yeah,
stuff.
that's how I
So
was like. I'm like, do you know how much editing work I gotta do?
no, all you gotta do is put an NS1 or a gate on the end of the.
I could. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You right. You right. I got a couple of gates.
I don't know
Okay.
nothing about it though. I don't understand
No, no,
gates.
no, no, no. Gates. It works. It depends on what you're using it for. They taught us about gates in school, but I don't like gates. Like in this type of setting, where it's like a podcast setting, that it makes sense to use a gate. They were saying use gates for music. I was like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You know
Cause
what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
see where to use it at.
Yeah, because there's like certain nuances in people's voices that you may need. You may need them to breathe a certain way, or you want to hear that air when they come in. With a gate, it closes it, but it may limit you to other stuff. So now it's gonna put you in a position where you gotta like automate stuff. You know what I mean? It's
Mm,
like that's too much work. But like in this particular setting with a podcast, you're right. Because as soon as you say, "Oh, just throw a gate," I'm like, you know what? I do that with my friend's podcast. I'm part of another podcast where we talk
okay.
about like Japanese anime and stuff like that. And there's issues where I'm hearing like a bunch of noise in the background and it's annoying to me. And I'm like, what can I use? And I was like, oh, I got this pro. That's a gate. And I hate using gates, but I'm like, that's a gate. Okay, I can use that. You know what I'm saying? And so it opens up when it needs to open up at a certain like it's not. It's almost you can set it up to open up at a certain frequency or a certain decibel, right? It depends. For this particular gate, it has like a whole bunch of other stuff going on, but I got to ultimately open it up on a certain decibel. Like as soon as it hits like negative 11 decibels or something like that before you
Mm.
then it starts opening it up like okay, I hear something, somebody's trying to say something, then I open it up. Or say I want to set it up at like negative 4 decibels where it's like a slight laugh way in the background, it opens up then and then you hear everything else. But if you like typing away and you close to the mic, it's gonna pick it up. It ain't nothing I can do about that. I just have to
Right,
like
right, right,
I
right.
just have to like cut it out. So it's bruh, like that particular podcast has been like a lot of work editing, man, because it's five of us, and everybody has their own separate mic,
So I
and
say it's 5 tracks.
yeah, I had to do it like that. So basically, I gave them Reaper, and then everybody records their own track, and then they shoot it to me, and then I just pull it up from OneDrive, right, and then I put it on my session, and then I mix it. That's it. I won't try and get into all that, but that it just
Nah,
threw me
bro,
off.
we talking about mixing too. I'm a mix engineer now. I've been working on sounds too, and like I gotta, helping my homeboy with this movie he got coming out called Doctor Imposter,
Okay.
and that's what it really was trying to do sound on that. I'm waiting to really, really do the sound.
So are you doing
So
like the audio sound? Are you doing like the Foley's as well, like the sound
I'm
effects
trying to
in
do
it
it
too?
all of that, and that's why I've been studying Foley
Okay.
stuff. You know how you was talking about. I don't know what you made a comment on, but you said video game sounds or something. You was talking about video
Yeah,
game
yeah, yeah.
sounds.
That was on Facebook. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm in
Okay,
the class I'm in right now is video game. Well, that was last semester. We got this semester is just actually doing it. So like we're like making sound effects, the Foley effects, using whatever we got in the house or whatever and outside, and then we're mixing all that for a video game. Bruh, it's dope. I'm gonna have to shoot you the video, dog, about what I did here in the house. I was like,
what you recording with? Like what? I know you ain't
so
recording with your studio mic, but what kind of mic?
not this mic.
Not what
You
I'm
know,
saying.
no, no, no. This sometimes I might use it, but they can't. The people on a podcast they ain't gonna be able to see it. But it's this guy right here.
Oh,
So yeah,
yeah.
let me show it for the camera so other people can see it. So I got another camera out here. I'm gonna show people.
Okay, okay, okay,
So
okay.
yeah, it's the Zoom H5. So I use that, and then if there's times where I have to go in my closet and record, so I got my actual studio mic that I use. Like this is just something that they gave us for school that I'm like I just use. I'm like, oh, I can use this for my podcast, but I still
Right.
use my mic that I always had before this. Is the Sterling Audio ST51. Bought it for like
Mm.
$100 at a Guitar Center.
When I say Guitar Center,
Yeah,
boy.
man, you can't do nothing. You can't go wrong with that, man. So that's what I use for that. And this actually, it sounds weird when you play it out here, but once you actually finish your recordings and then put it into your computer, bruh,
Right, right.
like these mics are good.
That's what they use on the sets when they need to record a certain sound. Is
Really?
you
They
getting
use
me good
these,
though? You getting me good?
huh?
We recording me good and ain't no
Yeah,
crackling and nothing, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No crackling now. Yeah,
No,
we
they
super good.
use that like say Marvel or something. Not
What,
on the listen. They like to record they sound in the studio, bro. They do the most silliest stuff. Like, I
bruh?
ain't seen it, but I'm talking about like the record because they use
But they use stuff. They use this though.
say they want this to make a whoosh noise, right?
Yep, makes
So
sense.
they'll go record, even though
With
it
with
don't make noise. This
with
just
with
tissue.
this, with this.
They'll go find either that or find it,
Yeah.
but they record a lot off that, bro. Because then you don't. What else mic you gonna use? Or one of them skinny directional mics off the boom
Yeah,
mic or
that's
something.
annoying. Yeah, this is
But
super. I mean, I just did when they gave this to us for school. I was kind of like, okay. I'm like, they
no, that's
really they
yeah.
really be out here using that stuff, huh?
Because it's so direct. Because you get to point the middle things in the what direction you want to.
Yep, yep. Yeah, that makes sense, man.
Hmm.
So let's get into this, bro. I was so confused because I know you by your government name. I always knew you by your government name. And so when I started hearing you call yourself Peanskean, I was like, I'm confused. I was like, what made you come up with, you know what I'm saying? We as artists, Especially
Right.
if we rap, we gotta have a rap name or a producer name or some
Right.
name like an alias. So what? And then you add, and then you recently, unless that was always the thing, but you added Riddler to it. So I was like, help me understand, fam. Like, so what made you want to come up with that particular name, or was that a nickname or something?
You know, my nickname was Peanut. You know, they was calling me that in school. You remember
That's
Peanut?
right. We did call you Peanut. We so did.
So
I never really
Peen
like.
came from
I
that.
never really. I never really like calling you that though. I
You
just
see,
called.
I had to change that. So my cousin Bugsy called a long time ago. He don't remember. He said Peanskean, and then I remember because you know my name is Peanut.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
the
yeah.
peen, of course, and then it was like Peanskean, and people was like, "Ain't nobody gonna like that."
Oh, he was just being funny, kind of
Yeah,
like
he was just riding, talking. No, yeah, I was
like
little.
Famaland, like
Yeah,
Famaland.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Ah, okay, that
But
makes
then I
sense.
grew up and remembered it, and because ain't want nobody call
Wow,
me Peanut, but
really?
I
That's
like
interesting.
Peanskean. Then I like people when I started saying that's gonna be my rap name. They like that's weird. Or that's gonna be my
Yeah,
producer name. That's weird. But it caught on. Like
yeah. I mean,
we
you
know
gotta
what
really
I mean.
you gotta think about it. Like, it makes sense in this era because back in the day, like if you had a weird name, it was like, man, they get going somewhere. But like in this era, like people got some off the wall. So your name is like normal in comparison to these off the wall. In comparison to these off the wall names, I akin you to people that were trendsetters and didn't realize you were trendsetters. That you was a trendsetter. You know what I'm saying? Or other people didn't realize it. Like I got a best friend. His initial stage name was Pac Baby, but that was his childhood nickname because
Okay,
as a baby, he just ate up a lot of food. So his dad called him Pac Baby. It's off the video
that's
game.
dope, man.
That makes sense. But when people but people were being like, not comedic in a nice way. They were being jerks. And they like,
Mm,
and they when they looked at Pac Baby, they didn't look at it like Pac Baby. They looked at it like Pac Baby, like Tupac. Like, oh,
mm.
so you trying to say you related to Tupac? You Tupac son? I was like, bro, you got to be the dumbest person. You know what I'm saying?
Why you even get that?
Right? Because when I looked at it, I instantly didn't think of Tupac. I thought of like, oh, like Pac Man. He was like,
Right.
yeah. He's like, yeah, you get it. I was like, what is there not to get? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
kind of a dope name, though. But
It
go
is a
ahead.
dope name. And so he recently, like within the last couple of years, decided to change his name to Pac the Innovator. And so I'll say this for a reason because his style is similar to some of the styles that we hear now in reference to mumble rap. The only issue is that you can hear him clear. So he
You know
will
how you
rap,
said the innovator?
yeah,
See how that's how I came to Riddler. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But that was just on a different persona type thing, not on
Okay,
music.
okay.
Just because I'm doing movies and I still don't be wanting to use my real name. Like on my scripts, it still say T.M. Amos. I don't even put my name. You feel me?
Wow. So it's like you still kind of low key still want to play the background a little bit. That's what it
Yeah,
sounds like.
but
That's
except the
interesting.
checks. No, no, not even the checks. They gotta write it to the company. So,
Really.
so I don't even want my name
and
on
then your
nothing
company
like
will
that.
pay you. That's how you got it
Right.
set up.
So when
Wow.
it's really start, but when they the scripts and stuff, bro,
I really
I'm just
I remember what I said before on your show. I still believe that, bro. I
what?
feel that, man.
Yeah. Oh,
I feel
oh,
that. That's all
that
I'm gonna
was
say.
deep,
I feel
bro.
that. I
I
feel it. I feel it. So when you mention the
remember
whole
exactly what you said. You
so when you
said something.
yeah, yeah, we'll leave it like that. But when you mention the whole Malcolm Warner,
Uh-huh.
that part, I was like, oh yeah. It didn't hit me
Oh,
till
bro.
I was like, oh snap! And you said he was just talking to you candidly, like, hey yo, I saw you on the show. Yeah, you say, ah, you know what I mean?
It's on
Like,
the show with him, but for him to say he saw me,
yeah, like
because
that means
of
that
course I saw me
he's
and everybody in my family them
yeah,
saw me.
but he's paying
But
attention. Like he's actually, yeah, and let's touch on that real quick, bro. Because most people don't know that in the film industry. Even if you decide to be an extra, some of these people that are big people, or some of the people that actually work as a crew that are filming you and stuff like that, even as an extra or as an actor or whatever they need you to do, they're watching you.
and now I don't know that. Some reason I stand out more than it takes somebody to tell me.
Yeah, but when I say they're watching you, This is something that a sister told me. She said, "Hey, Gerard," she said, AJ, you need to be careful about certain people you're around because the crew members are watching you too. They may not look like nothing, but they're watching you too because they can communicate with the director. The director can communicate with the staffing, whoever, for what they need. They can converse with the actors and this, that, this, and the third. Be like, you know what? That person is different from this other person, or this person is a distraction for the show. We can't have them on here. You know what I'm saying? So they're watching, but they're watching you too in reference to how you carry yourself. And I'm like, so the fact that you was able to just go to the bathroom, my man was like, "Hell, was you know what I'm saying? Like talking to you like
Bro,
you was back home." It was like,
hold on. Wait.
"Go ahead, go
When I
ahead, go
tell
ahead."
you what I'm about to tell you, the same bathroom. I ain't on the show no more. They killed me off.
Okay,
So the same
they
bathroom.
killed you off like pow dead killed you off.
Nah, COVID. But
Oh,
cause
okay.
we was working in the hospital and that's what happened.
Oh, okay, okay, that makes
But
sense.
that's why I was telling them I write and all that. So, the executive producer is the one who run the show,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So one day the power went out. All the power, it was storming, and they made us sit there for 2, 3 hours. So I'm walking around talking to everybody. I talked to the script supervisor. So me and him built that little 5, 10 minutes right there.
Yeah, yeah.
So the script supervisor in the bathroom seen me. So I know the executive producer in there too, but I'm acting like, I'm playing my chess moves. I asked
Mm-hmm.
him, I said, man, what's a good way to get my scripts out or some good advice? He said, I don't know, ask him right there. He the executive producer. This Fox TV, Fox Disney, right? So
Wow.
so when the
Wow.
dude, he turned right, he just turned to smile. He said, well, right? When he did it, and he knew me because they needed me, my tall black ass, for a scene. That's the only
Okay.
reason he remembered me because they needed me to block off something.
Well,
So
God
he
bless
gave
you.
me my
It worked
like
out.
gave me
Yeah.
some advice, and you know what I'm saying. And he every time he seen me after that, he'd say, "I like you remember me." He's like, "Yeah, you the writer." He didn't say, "Yeah, you the background orderly." He said, "Yeah, you the
Wow.
writer from the bathroom," and that's what he said.
Wow. And
So
that's interesting though.
so
That's
when I'm letting
yeah.
people read my script, the one I had, I don't care. This was the second one. I'm on mine one, two, three, four, five, fifth one, or something like that now.
Uh
But
uh.
this is the second one. Then after a couple months, I said, if I just give you the script, would you take it? He said, yeah. I just handed it to him. I don't care what he just him knowing me, right, could give me something else. But all kind of shit shut down. You know what
Yo,
happened last year.
yeah, yeah.
But me doing stuff like that, bro, just he more important than all the actors I met. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this question. I don't know why I want to ask you this question,
Go ahead.
but I'm gonna ask you anyways. What do you need for you? This is something I've been thinking about recently in my own personal life.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I was thinking about, I'm like, God, I'm trying to get some stuff together with you know what I'm saying, with my life, with my
Mm-hmm.
business. And I kept thinking, I was like, I wanna help other people. I can't do it now.
Right.
Not right now. Not
I
yet.
understand.
Not yet. But I was curious. I was like, what do you what do you think you need in order? So say you have to shoot your own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need to shoot your own stuff? What type? What
Animators.
what 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 you need? Oh, so you want to do animating, like CGI
The one
animating?
I'm writing, yeah, because the story I'm writing now is 4 parts, 60 pages. I'm on the last episode now. I'm so proud of myself on that one. And I don't never
Mm.
say that, but I'm on the fourth episode now. I want that whole thing to be animated. But
I'm gonna ask. This is chick I know. I don't know her like personally,
mm-hmm,
but I'm gonna at least ask her about animating.
mm-hmm.
And I got a homegirl. I think she went to school for computer animation, so I'm gonna ask them both. So I wasn't expecting that. So okay. But I'm gonna ask them both like, what do you need, and see where we can find that at. I don't know why, bro. Like cause I mean, you know what I'm saying. You my fam, but even before that, we were classmates. You
We
know
was
what I'm saying?
always cool,
Friends. We were
bro.
always
Even
cool. Always.
always, bro.
Even before the whole family thing. But let me tell you this though, bro. So just remind me of that. Remind me that I said that. I'm gonna have to go back
All
and
right,
look at
we're
this
gonna talk about
video.
that.
So and I'll ask them like what programs you need, and see if we can direct you that way. Cause I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
bet,
That's what
bet,
I need
bet.
to know about.
Because the reason why I say that is two different things. So the reason why I say that is because I did an episode with this sister. Her name is Ikrama. That's the Mexican chick I was just telling you about before I started the show. So she has this show called The Hella Black Mexican, and she does stuff with animation because she's a film. Okay, there we go. She's a film director. She's a film director. She graduated film school. She's like in her 20s, man. She's like 22. She lives over in Cali. I don't know who all she's met. You know what I'm saying? But bruh, she if you saw her, you would think like, oh, she's
Cali.
like one of the cousins. Like she actually looks
Understand.
like one of my cousins. Like one of my cousins. I actually have a cousin that's mixed, but she favors her. It's really weird. I was like, yo, you look like my cousin, bro. Like a couple shades darker than my cousin, but you look like her, like facial features and everything. But so the other thing, help me. I'm trying to remember why was I saying this. Dang it, bro. It was the reason why I was saying this to you.
He said, "Dang it."
Oh man, it's a reason why I was saying this, fam. I can't think of it now.
Cause we was talking about. I said something about the animating thing, and
Right.
then it said something about how we was cool way before all this stuff happened,
Yeah.
and then that would make you spark the idea of something thinking of what you was thinking. I don't know. It's just in the
Bruh,
ballpark.
it just left me. Cause I said it was two people. So that shorty, my homegirl, and I said, oh, okay. I was saying like I do see you, bruh. It left me. Cause I
And,
saw
and
some.
I'm the one who high.
Ah, I saw it was just no, but I shut up. I saw. Oh, that's okay. Okay, this is what I was gonna say. What? Because I was talking about family, and I was like, this is interesting.
See, that
So
made you think of.
yeah. So check this out. I have a cousin on my dad's side of the family, right?
Hmm.
And so watch this. You will not believe me when I say this. And he was on a podcast with me, and we talked about this publicly. So I have a cousin. So my female cousin, she hits me up. Well, let me backtrack. My uncle on my dad's side. He kept saying, I got another son out there, and we would just be like, oh, okay, You know what I'm saying? Because he's like kind of looked at like he ain't there all the way because he made some bad choices, like deliberately made bad choices, and it's like nigga. But he's like, yeah, I got another son out there. And we're just like, all right, bro, whatever. And so years later, my like 2014, I think. Um, my cousin, my cousin, her and I were talking, and she's like, "Yo," she said, Uncle so and so, he got another son, and I was like, "For real?" And I was like, she was like, "Yeah, he's from Saginaw too, and all this other stuff." I said, "All right, cool." And so she said, "Yeah, he go by the name of Kincaid." And I said, "What?" Yeah, think about it, bro. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. She said, yeah, he go by the name of Kincaid. And I was like, no way, bro. And so I said, yo, is his first name Demetrius? And she said, yeah. And I was like, bruh, no. It's my cousin. That is my cousin. So now when I look and I see pictures of him, I was like, oh, you're an Arnold. Oh yeah. I was like, cause he looked like his mom, but he got like facial features like of Arnold. So I was like, man, I was like, that makes sense. But yeah, like like with like Luke and them. Who else did they hang? Scat. You know what I'm saying? Them cats. That
What's
Kincaid.
that?
Scat.
Oh,
Johnny.
oh no, I got you. I got you. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Them
oh.
that click. So I met y'all all in middle school, in the eighth grade. I met all of y'all in the eighth grade, and y'all were all cool. But I didn't find. So I found out about you being my cousin at 15. I found out about him being my cousin, and I think I'm in my early 30s. So I'll be 37. Dang, I'll be
Bro,
37.
we ain't bro.
It's wild, bro.
We just look good though.
Yeah, yeah. We don't look like some rough looking raisins
I
in the
can't grow no
sun.
hair.
Bruh, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I had a little
But
beard at one time, bro.
you know how you was just talking about that in eighth grade? See, everybody had who they was hanging
Yeah,
with. I really just knew everybody. I really wasn't hanging with everybody. Man, you was cool
yeah, yeah,
because you don't understand because you was weird as fuck,
yeah. I
right?
know. Yeah, I
I mean,
know.
I didn't mean to say that,
No,
but
no,
you
no,
was
no.
weird
You
as
good? No, you good. It is what it is.
I didn't know how we was doing it, but you was weird, and I already knew I was weird.
Yeah,
So that's probably how we because we was just always cool, bro.
yeah, yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
And we
I
was
didn't.
always on the nerdy side.
Yeah,
That's probably
bro.
what it is, bro.
Being older and looking back, I was like, bro, I didn't know how much of a weirdo I was. I was like, man, I
Bro,
probably
you
was.
was always drawing Goku and shit, bro. I remember a story, bro. You and Ronald Christian, bro. I got in trouble messing with y'all, bro.
Oh yeah, I remember.
But
He came from
we came in
Cali.
the same year, that same
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
So that's what I'm saying. Everybody came in that 8th grade
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
he came
man.
from California. But yeah, bro, that was man. High school was funny.
High school. When I look back, high school was funny, bro. I always thought it was the weirdest thing when I laugh about it now. Like you hear about people like coming up in schools, like that. I think somebody brought a gun to the school maybe once or twice, but I think it was like
Mm.
right before we went there, and then it was weird. But all I remember like clockwork is just about every lunchtime around like between 12 to 1, somebody was getting beat up.
Bro, I never caught a fight. I never got to call a. I not one out of my 4 year career. I didn't catch one fight.
I never have I ever gotten a fight. I never gotten a
I'm talking
fight
about
at
scene.
school.
I'm talking about scene,
You never saw a fight, bro. All you had to do was look out the window. I would go to lunch. I would go upstairs. For some
bro.
reason, I would always look out the window, and I always saw somebody fighting. I'm like,
Bro, I mastered
dude,
the
I
when I
saw.
know some shit about to happen to get out the way. I guess because
Oh,
I'm
bro,
still master that today.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
because I ain't entertained by it. People like, oh, when the crowd go that way, I always went the other way.
yeah. That's smart because you don't know what's gonna happen. You
I
know what I'm
just ain't
saying?
care.
Yeah,
Bro, I was so like you know how they say you lame in high school. I was so just thinking about I hated this school so much,
wow,
but it wasn't the school. It
wow.
just been there.
Yeah, being there, being
But
in
it was
everybody's
cool when we
environment.
started going to SEC and stuff. That was cool.
That was lit, but I get what you're saying, man. Like I tell people about that, about like going to the Saginaw Career Complex, and that's
Oh
what
my
that's
God,
what
that
got me.
changes.
Yo, that's what got me into like doing like graphic design.
Yeah,
Before
you was
that,
in across the hall, and I was on the
yeah,
computer science side, networking side.
really, really, I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
but
I
you
didn't
went
know.
to different time. You always went in the afternoon.
Yeah, I went around like 12, like 11, going to 12,
No,
like going
no,
into.
no, we seen each other there, bro. I was there them 2 years,
Yeah, were you? Cause I know
and I
but we
never
had to,
got to
we
see.
had to take a bus though. We had to take a
Right,
bus.
take a bus to
And
there.
we had to be there for the rest of the half of the day. Like I was there in the like not in the morning. I was there in the afternoon.
I was there in the afternoons.
How come I didn't never see you,
We did see each other. You just crazy.
bro? I don't remember, bro. I do not remember, bro. Everything like I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. A lot of stuff is a blur.
Cause
A lot
I
of
know the Saginaw how we missed all the afternoon stuff because everything went on in the afternoon.
yeah, a lot of stuff was a blur, man. Do you know? You know, I didn't take my senior picture. I skipped that day. I was like,
Bro,
I didn't want to be
this
there.
the
I'm
senior
serious.
year.
Yeah, senior, bro. I was about to
That's when I
drop.
cut off my hair. Remember I had no ugly ass braids and all much. Then when I cut off my hair, I thought I looked good and stuff. And I took my senior picture.
Nah, man. I was pretty much about to drop out of high school that year.
Bro, you feel me? I don't know
Like
how.
I stopped going to school, dog. I just stopped going. I was like, I was bored. My thing was I was bored with school. I was like, it wasn't that I hated the school and hated like my classmates. Cause truth be told, I didn't get picked on in high school. Like
Right.
they when I
Neither
like you know
like
what I'm
that.
saying? Like I don't know. It was something about our school to where they was like they knew who to mess with
Bro,
and who not to mess with.
you don't know why they didn't pick on you though.
Not really. I know some
Bro,
people.
let me can I give you some insight on why they didn't pick on you particular?
Okay, why? Go
How do you
ahead.
say the word? Did you know why?
No, not really. I heard somebody say,
Oh, bro.
"Okay, what happened?"
Get back. You got something to drink? Somebody get this nigga something to drink.
I'm gonna
Okay.
drink my tea real quick. They ain't been seeing me drinking, but I'm gonna drink it real quick.
Bro, people, I don't know what I thought. This is what I thought people thought. because we all thought you studied karate or kung fu or some stuff, right?
Oh,
Because you was
well,
always acting like Goku and
a
stuff.
little bit. It wasn't a lot. If I fought somebody that could really fight, I would have got beat up.
Oh yeah. So we always thought you could. We seen you was short and stuff, but we still thought you probably could whoop somebody ass. But I
Well, I
don't know. When
mean,
you was always cool. But
yeah. No, I mean, I wrestled in high school, so that helped.
see, yeah, they just looked like you was about to beat somebody ass,
It's different now.
even though you still was
I be
nerdy.
ready. I be wanting to fight now. Cause you know
That's
I
what I'm
did.
saying. See, you
I,
crazy.
Yo, that's what I be like. I need to leave. Like I need to leave this situation. I need to go on about my life before I start wanting to swing. Nah, but I actually did mixed martial arts. When I moved to Kentucky after I got out the military, I actually decided to do it. Um, truth be told, man, the church I was in at that point were like speaking against it, like, you shouldn't do that. And I was like, bro, I like to fight. Fighting is fun. I was like, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? And so I decided to do mixed martial arts, and it was a blast. Like bruh, it's I get this weird thrill about somebody hitting me and hitting them back, even though I don't want to get hit.
See what I'm
So
saying?
okay, I see,
Like, but it's just
I
like
see what you're saying. Okay. I see. That's kind of crazy. I feel you on that. Now I understand. I was like, what in the world? Nah,
yeah,
but for
bro. What nobody messing with you, bro?
nah, man. I just needed some Jesus. Nah, but for real. Have you ever, bro? I had this one fight, dog. We just talking at this point. We're gonna get back to it. But
That's all good.
I had got into this. I had my first match. It was actually a kickboxing match because the dude was overweight. He was overweight, but like we both didn't weigh that much. I don't have that video, bro. I had it on DVD and then I lost it. So I might have to ask my coach back in Kentucky if he has that DVD because I need it because I had it and lost it. Bruh, I kicked this dude in his chest at least like 20 different times, dog.
Damn. Just kicking, no punching.
Nah, I punched him,
Oh
but
yeah,
it was
kickboxing.
so kickboxing. It was weird because when I was looking at the video, like when I was training, I knew how to train. When I watched the fight, I was like, "This is a horrible fight." But when I threw them, because whenever I try to like, I guess I didn't really like they say when you train, like you lose like a certain percentage of what you remember when you train because you're in the moment. You know what I'm saying? So that means that you got to train even harder so you can always operate that way at a certain percentage, right? So I remember I saw myself cock back, but I think I was doing like a Superman punch. I was doing a Superman punch and got stuck. I was like, shoot. So, but my kicks, he tried to come in and rush me. Boy, Sparta kicks all day, bro. I kicked that dude in his chest
Did he
so many.
fall?
Yeah, bro. It got to one point where he had to act like I kicked him in his nuts. That's how many times that's how many times I kicked him in his chest,
And he
bro.
fell.
Yeah.
Is he like,
Look, no. It was worse than that, bro. He's like, oh.
more comeback stuff.
Yo, my man. And there's this thing where you can take down. So he didn't know that I wrestled in high school. So if they can grapple with you and take you down, and they get a point if they do it. But if you reverse it mid taking you down, you get the point. So I wrestled in high school, so I know about what it feels like to somebody trying to take you down to like pin you or whatever, and you reverse it mid throw. So I was used to that already, bruh. So I won by points. Now there's another fight that I fought, but I actually lost it. I'll tell you why. I lost by a rear naked choke. There's this thing you do when you get somebody rear naked like chokes you like this. And so what you're supposed to do is you put your hand right here or wherever they're putting it at. You put your hand in between their hands and you block it, and so you can pry your way out. And I forgot. Like I literally had like a brain fart, and that's what I was talking about. Like when you train certain things, like you will lose a percentage of it because you're in the middle of the fight. You don't, you know what I'm saying? So that's why they want people to always train and get used to different scenarios.
That's got something to do with all kind of stuff. Like say
Yeah,
when you
absolutely.
mixing, you
Yup.
know when you study it, but when you about to make, damn, what is the I
Right.
forgot the
And don't let some artists be in there with you looking at you sideways like nigga, what you finna do? You know what I'm saying? Like matter of fact, there's this chick, she graduated from Full Sail like back in like 2002, bruh. I wish I knew about Full Sail back when we were in high school. I probably would have went there. after I graduated. For real, dog. So, anyways, they call her. Her name is like Marcia. You know what I'm talking about. Okay? Relax, bro. Relax. And I'm married, so relax, relax, relax. You
That
didn't
son
got
be in
out.
the studio with us.
You didn't got out. You didn't got out your high. So
Man,
relax.
that's impossible, bro. I've been high since smoke break, bro.
Nah, you look like you came back. You look like you got out your high real quick. You said,
I know
what the?
exactly what you're talking about, bro.
That's
She.
it. I said,
Oh,
relax.
I see what no, what you like, the type of because you
I'm
always said that
married.
even.
I'm
No, you
married.
yeah, yeah,
We
right, right,
ain't,
right,
we
right,
ain't
right, right.
going there. I'm
Right,
married.
right, right, right.
My wife look
I'm talking
good
about
too.
back then. We said 2002. So okay.
Oh,
She
I did.
graduated from there?
Yeah, that's what she graduated from. She went to Full Sail and graduated from there. So,
Mm,
but the story now, boy, I hope my wife don't watch that. She's like, who? I'm like, look, babe, it's not what you think.
2002.
So, right. So, but what happened was, uh, she got her first internship or gig with Missy Elliott.
Mm.
Missy Elliott was like, yo, I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that for the mixing. I'm like, bruh, like, what do you, from a mixer perspective, I'm like, bro, how fast do you have to move unless you were tracking them? Like, if you're
Mm.
recording them and you're punching in, I get it. You got to know certain buttons, hit it real quick, especially with Pro Tools. I don't like Pro Tools. That's why I use Reaper. Reaper is fast. It's like, okay,
Reaper.
track, 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 send it off, you good. You gotta I shouldn't have to hit multiple buttons to do one thing. Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, but what happened was Missy didn't want to work with her no more because she was slow. But the thing was that uh uh Lago, Miss Lago, that's the nickname that she gave her, but what's this lady's name? I forgot what her name is already. Marcia? No. What's her name? I
I
forgot.
know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah. I know it's a I know I'm gonna have to edit this on the podcast, but um I'll just put it right here. Miss Lago. Yeah, Marcella. Marcella Arica. That's what it is. Marcella Arica. Her. So she has Luke James as an artist. I think she still does work for him. Her mixing style is really good. But she tells a story about um how she had that first encounter with Missy Elliott, and she said I saw her again, and then she said I was on it. I was moving fast. I was quick, but it took training, right? She had to get
Mm-hmm.
used to, you know what I'm saying? Because in a real world scenario, like what you were saying, it's like that applies with anything. Like us, I remember as a kid working at McDonald's, working at these fast food restaurants, even as an adult, they'll train you on certain things. But when you have to get on the grill or when you have to take orders, it's different because you got all this adrenaline going on. You're like, man, what I gotta do? Or I forgot how to do this, or what about that? And da 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 da. So what you're saying, it makes a lot of sense in like a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Mm-hmm.
different things, man.
But
So
it's
yeah, but that's
good for me
good.
for some reason because I catch on easy. Cause
Yeah,
some reason I think I catch on easy because I started playing video games so young,
yeah,
and people
yeah.
think that's a nah, nigga. I learned how to shit off Sesame Street Nintendo games, so
Right,
that's I became
right.
very smart and
Bruh, I
different than
really
the
want to
class.
figure out because I was talking to my cousin about this behind closed doors,
Mm-hmm.
and he's working on his game, but it's for like the PlayStation 4. And I was like, man, okay, that's my cousin, so I love him. So I was like, why don't you just make your own game? And I can do the soundtracks for you. I can do the Foley sound effects for you. I can mix all that for you, bruh. All we need to do is just make up a good game and
Bro,
sell
okay,
it.
listen. Okay, now you said that. Now the story that I told you I wanted animated
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in my mind is animated slash video game style. Cause in my
Okay,
mind I'm on some Harry Potter, Zelda type stuff. But
okay,
my
okay.
girl says more Zelda than Harry Potter, whatever. But
At least she gets it though, so that's
you
what's
can't
up.
because she know my world. I already built the world before I wrote the story.
Yeah,
Before I
yeah,
even wrote anything, I built the whole world.
yeah, yeah.
So it's like Bay City. I don't know why I use Bay City. Sue me. But Bay
Uh,
City, I use it as a cyber city. So
okay.
it's a cyber neon looking city. Then it's a Zelda forest, and then it's a desert, and then it's a snow and all that. But this is you a black kid running around with powers, going through all this.
Yeah, yeah,
This is my
Yeah,
story I'm talking about. This is what I'm
that's
on the fourth
dope.
episode.
And I think we need more represent. I'm glad that you mentioned that, bro. We we need more representation, and I don't understand why. Well, I know why. It's just people's prejudice. I know why, but it's like, cause somebody mentioned this, cause I still watch Japanese anime. Japanese anime characters usually don't look like us. The ones that do look like us are dope as heck. You know what I mean? Like you can't deny it. But some people are like, well, I don't understand why they would even draw black characters because it's a certain type of anime. It shouldn't even matter. I'm like, well, they make animes with blonde hair and blue eyes. Help me understand that, bro. You
Man,
help me. You help me. Everybody got blonde hair and blue eyes. Help me. You don't even have blonde hair and blue
they
eyes.
don't even have, bro. I'm about to say.
Help me understand. Help
They
me
drawing it
understand.
for them. That's bro,
Yeah, 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 man.
like
Yeah.
Zelda, like I was saying, Zelda, they drew Zelda to make look like Peter Pan. Peter Pan, some Disney stuff. They ain't make him draw to look like
Wow.
Japanese people. You feel me?
Right,
They made
right.
him to look like he white.
Yeah. It's to sell. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's to sell, and because of like they dealt with their own type of colonization as well from the Europeans as well. You know what I mean? So it makes sense to draw somebody that conquered you in some shape, form, or fashion. That makes all the sense in the world because you don't know no better. You
And
know what
that's
I
why I
mean?
want to change all my movies, of course, starring some,
Yeah, yeah.
some like
And
us
and
powerful.
why?
Even though I got everybody in it.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. And that's I'm like, well, why not? So that's going back. That was the question. That's I was like, well, what do you need? Like, far as like money, finances, I don't have it right now.
Yeah,
But that's I was like, what do you need
just
to
saying.
to to get this off to get people to watch it? What
Hmm.
like how much you
First,
gonna?
like what I was saying, but of course, finish the story
Yeah,
and sound help. If I
yeah.
wanted to do it myself, sound
Mm-hmm.
help and animators, but sound help, that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna definitely like and all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
different putting together stuff.
yeah.
Or if I
Definitely.
don't sell it, like because in my mind, like I want to still have it like I'm shopping the beat. Say you rapping on the beat or singing on
Mm-hmm.
the beat compared to selling the beat. It's like going both ways.
Got
I
it.
still can be trying it over here, but I still can be say, hey, Tyler Perry, are you doing this there? You need this right here,
Mm-hmm.
animation. Or
Right.
go to T.I. or The Rock or somebody like that
Yeah,
and
yeah.
say, y'all need to go this, hey, I got this story, because it all start with a story.
Yep.
Don't
Yep.
none move. Don't none
Right.
move without the story.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yo, let me ask you this question, fam. So, 'cause I know we started like talking about a lot of different things. So,
It's all good.
how is life? I've heard stories. I've been to Atlanta like maybe like 4 to 5 different times, maybe 6 different times,
Mhm.
from like being a teenager to maybe like my early 20s, and each
Uh-huh.
experience was different. So I've heard some wild stories. I heard about dudes being women, and I've heard some scary stuff. I think that was kind of like part of the reason why I was like, I don't want to move to Atlanta. Cause I was like, I love women, and I was like, I'll be doggone if I get finessed. I'm like, somebody about to die, bro. But I ain't even playing. I don't care
Oh,
what
bro,
nobody say. I'm like, yo,
they
that's. I'm like,
they
bro.
try you. You got to
I'm
catch
like,
yourself.
yo, I'm like, yo, my wife has to have a uterus. You know what I'm saying?
No, okay, on that aspect, yeah, it's wild, bro. It's wild. Don't let it go all the way, because they'll tell you what's going on, even though you ain't trying to do nothing. But
Mm-hmm.
just it's a lot of wild ones, bro. That's
Bruh.
in their own world. I
Well,
just
I
stay
mean, I'm
away from
married, so
it,
I'm
man.
straight now. But I'm talking about like just you, cause you say you got a shorty too. Praise God. So you on the
Right.
outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? Was you with the shorty before you moved here, or you met her when you
No,
got
no, no,
here?
no, no. This last couple of years, 3, 4 years,
Okay. So
coming up on
like,
four.
did you? I know you didn't like indulge in some weird stuff. I already know that, cause nah, not that stuff. But I'm saying, but you said they'll try you. So you came across that like
No,
with
I
people they
used to
was.
do. We used to have sex orgies in the loft dungeon base. No, I was playing with you.
Oh,
No,
nigga.
man.
I almost believed you. I was like, for real, dog? Like, did you just finish watching the one of the podcasts from Joe Button? Because they was just talking about something like that, bro. Just
No.
that's I was like, dang, okay. Like the
No,
shorty
I
he
just
was talking
playing.
about that. I was like, what in the
Uh,
world?
nah, man.
You
I
wild.
mean, he can't explain it.
You wild, man. You wild. Nah, but okay, so like not saying like when I saying like your experience, like did anybody like try to approach you? Or you seen people approaching those people, or you saw people fooling with them people, and it was like,
No, no,
yo,
no. Somebody tried to approach me.
for real? With a
Yeah, that's what I'm
deep,
saying. You
deep voice,
know,
deep voice
huh?
and everything. Like, yo, what's up, cuz?
No, it's just the
No,
whole Mister.
bruh.
I can't even
That's
explain it, but
that's scary, dog.
you
That's
gotta.
that is scary. But see, I heard stuff about it. I was like, I can't.
But
But they were making it seem like it was like all across Atlanta, like it's
let me tell you
rampant.
something though, because what we talk about, right?
Okay.
Just because it is, this almost kind of a problem with me. Not a problem, right?
Okay.
This is gonna be the fun I never talked about. Let me tell you how the women look at me,
Okay. Okay.
because they confused. They be thinking I'm a girl.
How?
Exactly. That's the see Atlanta. So because my eyes or whatever, bro, or till I start talking, because I
Yeah.
don't got no facial hair like that. Swear to God, bro,
Oh.
I got a lot of cause of it. But and the
Right.
girls be like, "Oh, you so oh my God." And then somebody be like, "Oh, I thought you was a girl till you started talking." Like what? I'm tall as hell. Once they see me, and then somebody else was like, "There's one girl like, well, I ain't know if you was a dude or a girl, but anyway it go, I liked you."
Wow.
I said, "What?" And then somebody else, like a while ago, I had to send a picture. She like, is you a stud? I like what you talking about. It's what I look like. Cause I had my hair cut. Like I had way if I cut my hair. What the hell? Ain't my fault these new bitches look like new niggas.
Right.
But
Come on now. Come on. You like stop. Hold on. Let me show myself real quick. Stop it. Stop doing that. Stop looking like. Why you want to look like a dude? Like why? Why? I mean, I don't. I always thought no, for real. I got some homegirls. No disrespect. No disrespect. No intentional disrespect. I say it like that. I got some homegirls that I like that, and I always thought that that was weird to me because I was like, because here's the weird thing. It was like if you operate that way, male or female, it was always this weird negative stereotype, or you just look like what you think a black person is supposed to look like if you were to do it. And I was like, so they're like, you like, no, I'm being myself. They said, I thought you were a study. It was like, no, I'm being me. You know what I'm saying? I've seen you dressed up. I've seen you, especially, yeah. I've seen you dressed up, picture day and stuff like. I've seen you just wear whatever you wanted to wear. I
that's
don't
how I do
see,
now. I'm weird.
you know what I'm saying? But I don't. But with or even with women, it's like it's just real ghetto-fied, over the top. You know what I'm saying? Like they try to act more hood than you, and we from Saginaw. It's like that don't make no sense. So I'm like, but I always thought I was like, why can't you act like a man? Why can't you act like 50 Cent? Like I was trying to think of something. I was like, I don't know, bro. I was like, like I was trying to think of
What?
a, like no. Because here's the thing. Here's the weird thing. It confused me, bro. Because I was just like, why is that a thing to where it's like if you live that lifestyle, you do what you want to do, but it's like it's like there's this set character that you're gonna be dressed as 24/7. I'm like, even my homeboy don't even do that. Even my friends don't do that. You know what I'm saying? They dress up. They do. No, I'm gonna be this. Somebody is calling me from this particular number, and I don't know who it is, and they keep calling me. And they keep, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, why is that? So when they come at you and like, I thought you were a stud, it was like, nigga, no.
Bro, it's no. What's crazy though that it happened over and over and over. So that's one thing. And then
Yeah.
it's another thing. They be like, why you got makeup on? They've been doing this since I was little.
Makeup.
Like they like you look like your mama, but when I started, dating and stuff in our teens and growns, they were like, why you
Yeah.
got I ain't got no makeup on my eye. I was going to set one day, I was getting off the bus, and this lady just kept looking at me. I'm
Mm.
like, man, oh my God. Cause they show they for some reason they tell me what's going on. These people bold. The women is the most boldest people down here, bro.
I believe it. Somebody called a
But
mess
she
out of
looking
me.
at me. She like, I need you a part of my makeup line. I said, what? What you talking? She said, your eyes, they just so beautiful. I said, look, I ain't got, I don't know what you talk about. I'm about to go to work. I had to go do Tails, the show with Irv Gotti. That's when I met Irv Gotti. So,
Wow. That's crazy, bro.
but she
That's
telling me, or
crazy.
when I'm on set, they be trying to like take stuff off me that ain't on me. It's just my face. They'll come over and wipe my face. I'm like, we need to take the glistening off you. You shine. I'm like, what the hell?
Wow. Wow.
Women crazy. They always ask me about some stuff that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not a stud. I don't wear makeup.
That's
What the hell is y'all talking about?
that is. But see, but we weren't trying to get into it, but
But
that
no,
just
I'm saying
goes.
what happened. Ain't nobody. We ain't never talked about that. Ain't
Yeah,
never
yeah.
talked about that to nobody.
But it goes to show just how, so to speak, society is turning to
It had to
where
be, cause I ain't with them.
if it gets to a point where they're questioning you, like, "Yo, you got makeup on," it's like, "No, I just look like me." You know
They
what I'm
talking about
saying?
my eyes. No, they always. They've been telling me this for years, especially.
But that's weird though. Like to where it's like now it's like, and it ain't no fault of your own. It's literally the fault of society.
You gotta be.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, that's weird, bro.
Society.
Like, no, I'm being for real. Think about it, because it's like outside of that, like, come on, man. When and I was
I
like,
think
hey,
that's why my girl like me now, bro.
shut up,
I
shut
swear to
up.
God. I swear to God, I can go if she was here right now. I can ask her, baby, why you like me? She'll say something because you look like a lesbian or something like that.
I'm done with this podcast. I'm about to turn off my mic, nigga. I'm done with you. I'm done. I'm about to turn everything off. Hey guys, thank you for watching the podcast. Thank you for watching the podcast. Thank you for listening. We're done with this now.
I couldn't make none of this up,
Shut
man.
up. Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah,
Shut
no,
up.
I'm mad though, cause she be talking about some orange and new black, and that's what the whole thing. I was like, no, you didn't,
Boy.
and that's how it all started. I was cool.
I
I
felt
just
like she
rolled
said
with it.
that with the straightest face, pun intended.
Serious, serious. It ain't even thinking that. I'm talking about the past stuff, my
Yeah.
current situation.
Oh man, bruh, that was that was pure gold comedy, bruh.
Oh, bro, my
That
first movie hilarious. I'm hilarious writing. If I'm writing the comedy, bro, over with.
oh man, we got it. I wish this is what I was telling the sister in my last episode. I'm like, I just wish I knew people to where I'd be like, oh yeah, talk to so you know what I'm saying. But everything works out. You know what I'm saying? Like you met the people that you were supposed to meet, and then you're gonna meet more people after that, just because I said this before, didn't I? Because you're you, and you're different from what other you're genuinely yourself.
Mm,
You're genuinely yourself. You know you you know. I guess the safest way to say this is you know how to pick your battles, so to speak. Not in the
mm.
sense of like having issues and problems, but it's like okay, I'm gonna speak now. Nah, I ain't gonna speak. Oh, I'm gonna bring this up to this person. Nah, I'm just gonna cool out and just watch and look. Oh, these cats acting a fool. Nah, man, I'm gonna be on some other stuff, being inquisitive, being this cool cat that I am. I'm not gonna do all this extra stuff because I'm thinking about the future. You know what I mean? And like that's I, I I think that's really dope, man. Because people they watch that. And didn't I say something
Hmm.
about people gravitating to you? Didn't I say that in on your show?
I don't know. You
I
probably,
don't
but yeah, we
probably I don't
yeah.
remember, man. But I feel that though, like because you're. Why am I hearing that?
You hear it now?
You're like yeah. This is weird. You're like so to speak. I hope I'm if I'm wrong on this. I said that last time. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But you're almost like this. This sounds bad, but it's a good thing. You're like can it's safe for say it like this. You're like an unexpected Spike Lee. Does it make sense? You're an unexpected Spike Lee. you're a certain type of dude that they didn't think they needed, but realized that they needed.
It didn't see coming.
They didn't see it coming. Exactly. Unexpected. So like I didn't expect this, but man, I needed this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? Some people don't realize what they need until it's there and it's in their face. And they're like, oh man, yo, I needed that. Or just like there's times where like we're laughing or we're having a bad day and somebody just comes out of nowhere and just start saying real crazy stuff and we're just laughing and joking and they be like, yo, I needed that laugh. You know what I'm saying? Or I need to feel like this because XYZ is going on. Or I'm feeling like this and I needed some type of release. You know what I mean? So in this case, I see that with you, man. I feel like, bruh, people gonna really, and this is, I believe this, man, in a good, I feel like I said this before, but in a good way, dog, people are going to be speaking of, speaking greatly of you. Now, don't get me wrong, you're gonna have some people that are gonna feel some type of way because they're goofy.
Right.
And I'm be honest with you, it don't matter if they black. It don't matter black in the sense of like being African American black, a different type of black from a different other country with black people there.
A
It
different
don't.
type of black.
No, no, I'm for real. I had to say it like that. To, you know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Because some people don't get it. Not you. I'm
I
just talking
get
about
it.
people listening. But you know what I'm saying? White people, Asian people, whoever. You're gonna deal with some people that are just not just goofy because it's a black man doing something, and he
Hmm.
ain't on no goofy stuff. And then a black
Hmm.
man is being himself. He's not this negative stereotype or he ain't this stereotypical black man that people think he should be in reference to what TV kept telling us. He's just being himself. Or he's
Hmm.
not this feminine black, you know what I'm saying, black man to where it's like, I could walk all over him. You ain't that type of dude.
Hmm.
You're genuinely being yourself. And some people are gonna feel some type of way about that, which comes with the territory and makes a lot of sense. But it's going. I feel as though there's going to be more people grateful for what you're saying, for what you're doing. I'm talking about kind of like in the future when all this stuff
Right,
gets
right, right, right.
released. It's gonna be like hindsight, like, yo, man, I thank you for being consistent in the sense of you being yourself, being your genuine self, and want to play a part in representation. Who is this?
He said, "What is it?"
Uh-uh. I'm like somebody calling me. I'm like, I don't know you. Who are you? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to edit this part.
That's all good. He said,
I'm like, who is this? Somebody done called me two different numbers. I'm like, I don't recognize this number, but see the number. I'm sorry,
on the
just sidetrack.
weekend.
So I still got a 99 number on the weekend.
Oh,
On the weekend. Then I'm like, nigga, who calling me?
he
Like
said,
nobody calls me.
he said, nigga, on
No,
the
but
weekend.
but but the number that I have, some chick had this number. So she
I
had all type of bill collectors and somebody calling her. I was like, bro, I might need to change. I might need to
wonder who got
change
my
my number.
old number. 'Cause I used to
Look,
yell it so much on my songs that
uh,
everybody know this number still. 'Cause I used to
that's
be
a
like, but I used to do like so many people like during the time I was doing stuff, people don't even know.
mm.
Like Mike Jones, that's why the reason I was saying my number
Oh wow,
and
wow,
doing all the girls songs like Pretty Ricky. People don't even know what I was on.
wow. You're funny, man. You're funny. But that's what I'm saying. Like stuff like that where you're being yourself, bro. And I really believe that it's gonna work out for you in the sense where people just gonna be like, how? I did say that on your show. Said something like that. People was like, how? Like, because he being himself versus you being a weirdo. Like not in the sense like we're weird in comparison to
Right.
other people. You know what I'm saying? Because some people they're conniving. They're this. I consider those people weirdos because it's like, bro, that's why you gotta do all that. But we're weird because we like different things.
And we was
And
always expressed ourselves about it. See, that's what you was doing, bro.
yeah,
You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? They
yeah.
thought we was weird, but you know how me and you thought each other was cool.
Yeah, it
You
made
know
it
what
was
I'm
like,
saying?
yeah, it made sense. And so, you know what? I'm glad that you said that because it makes me think about like it's some people that I was cool with in high. Now it makes sense. Okay, now you because it just hit. I was like, now it makes sense because there's a couple people I was just quiet, minding my own business. People start. I'm like, look, bro, leave me alone. I'm minding my own business, bro. Like, don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't my friend, really leave me alone.
You
You know what
showed
I'm
that
saying?
though,
Yeah,
but I ain't see it like that. But I seen it from other people way.
yeah. I had some issues,
But
but
that's what I'm saying. But it was still one from saying it was never my way.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just you see
Yeah,
what I'm
but you
saying?
but you were cool, so it's like I get the you know what I'm saying. But if it was us and we like joking and playing with each other and ragging on each other and roasting each other, it was cool. It's like, yo, you my friend. Oh, that don't bother me at all. You know what I'm saying? We think the same way, or we have different aspects on life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Like we look at things differently in comparison to other people. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Kind of like as a collective. Now, like we may be cool with other people because we see things the way they see it in a certain perspective. But
mm.
overall, you got some people, it's either black or white. And it was some of us that was just like, I like that too. You know what I'm saying? I
Man,
may not be around you. Who is, I'm,
highlight me.
I'm blocking this
Ah.
number. I'm gonna have to block this number. Yo, because I don't recognize this number and they're not saying who it is. So they're getting blocked. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's really unprofessional for me to do this, but like at least
Oh
on
no,
my
this is the
show.
real shit, man. I like that raw
Bruh,
shit, man.
you're funny. You're funny. Nah, bro, that's like annoying as heck. I'm like, who are you?
Oh, we do got the bottles in the back.
You're funny, bro. Your setup is
That's what
nice
they was
though.
talking about, huh?
Your setup is nice though, fam.
Oh man, bro, we ain't
Yeah,
it.
I'm like to block this number, especially you ain't telling me who you are and you're calling me. Nah,
Bro,
bro, I don't answer.
we ain't
Oh,
see
you
this
got a
side.
nice setup, fam. Oh yeah, I'm trying to set up like you, dog. I need a little couch in here and
Let
stuff
me
too.
get back down where we was at.
You got a
So,
nice setup. You got a nice setup, man. So, yeah, cause yeah, this is a long episode, dog.
it's all good.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end it, man. But let's do some things here. Let the people know where they can find you, where they can find your music at. Any of the shows that and movies and stuff that you were on, share that information on here too, man. Just let us know all that. Let's start there. Like, where can we find your music? Where can we find you on social media?
What's happening? Okay, okay. Social media, Instagram and YouTube and all that. Peanskean ENT.
Okay,
Peanskean. In case you don't know how to spell it, you'll figure it out. Peanskean ENT.
you're funny.
And I'm doing the podcast too,
Yep.
Skincast 64, bro. I need to have you back on there, Skincast 64. Because I want to talk about I wanna do I can't say a nerdy episode, but I want to do like a techie. Like we talking about animation, we talking about mixing, we talking
Yeah.
about how to make game sound. I
Yeah,
need
yeah,
an
yeah.
episode dedicated to this because a lot of
Oh,
people
that's
want
too
to know.
easy. Yeah, we could do that, man.
What you about to
Yeah.
say? How
I
what?
said I said that's too easy. We can do that. Yeah, we could definitely do that,
You feel
fam.
me? But yeah, I ain't been doing no shows for like a year, man, because of the pandemic. But you can
Mm.
still check out Resident Season 3. I'm all over that.
Wow.
And working on different music stuff, for film and stuff. We need to talk about that too later on,
Okay.
in life, putting music on
Let me
different
know. Let
stuff.
me let me know what you need from me, dog. Like if you need me to make a track, sing on something, you already know,
Nah.
bro. You already know. Let me know.
Oh yeah, working on the album is called It's Crazy. Another rapper turned singer inspired by T Pain and them. It's funny.
Shut up.
Bro, I got some slow joints and cut, bro.
Boy, you get
But
on my nerves, man.
tripping, it's straight tripping, but they gonna love it though.
Word, word, word.
But yeah, bro, that's it. Chilling in the ATL, straight out of Saginaw, Michigan, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Peanskean,
Word. Man, hey
appreciate
fam. Yeah, no, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for hopping on. I enjoyed the conversation, man.
you. Man,
This was fun. This was really fun.
interested.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was fun. I like stuff like this, man. We just got to just chop. You know what I'm saying? We just talked, man. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate the like you doing this, and just share some insight. You know what I mean? And even in the way that you think, because this stuff you will post on IG and stuff like that. I'm like, why are you saying that? Like that's my brain instantly goes there. I'm like
Mm,
I want to know why you're saying different things or why are you you know what I'm saying? Like when you do like it's like you're incognito, so to speak, and then you're
Mm,
giving like riddles and gems. I'm like, why are you doing that? And so I'm like, oh, okay, that's really your personality. That's just what you do.
mm,
Okay, cool. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to create a following for you because who knows, bro? You might mess around, put out a movie in the future where you're getting people to guess what the movie is called, like the title of it. And
mm.
if they win, they get an all expense paid trip to go to some viewing at some on some island. You know what I'm saying? So you're
For
creating
them to
your
guess the riddle, that'd be funny.
so,
But yeah,
but
something like
essentially,
that.
it's
Yeah,
like you're currently doing your branding even in that. So that's how I was like, okay, I get it. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it.
mm,
So, yeah, man. I just I just want to see you win, bro. Like I want to see you like a major win because
I appreciate it,
just
brother.
the way you carry yourself and present yourself is like you're a genuine person. You've always been that way.
Uh,
You've always been that way. You've always been a real genuine person, man. Yeah, you actually did kind of like stay. You was here, there, like with different people. You ain't with no issues with nobody. You was chilling, minding your own doggone business. You always
mm-hmm.
been that type of dude, man. And I honestly, even before I found out we were family, like outside of that, bro, like I appreciate you being cool with me, man. Cause it was some people that was like, oh, new kid on the block, and I was like, nigga, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
not at this school. We ain't doing that no more.
But nah, bro. Yeah, bro. I appreciate you, bro, and
Yes,
everything
sir.
we had going on. That's why I try to always stay in contact with you.
Yeah,
In
man, and I
case you ever
appreciate
realize
that.
that over the years and years
Yeah,
and years and years and years and years and years and years and years, I always try to make sure I am in contact with you.
I
Some
appreciate
people
that,
I
man.
don't mess. I don't fuck with people, man.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. We don't talk, we don't talk. It's only like a handful of y'all I talk to,
Mm,
still. You know what I'm saying? If I just see y'all stuff, I see it, I like it, and hope nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? Like Luke, I never really like talked to Luke. You know what I'm saying? Like actually sat down and had a conversation with Luke, but
mm-hmm,
I will watch his videos. I didn't know that he was going through like therapy with his legs or something like that with his
mm-hmm,
knees. And so, you know what I'm saying? I will see stuff, I pray for him, or I'll just see stuff and just celebrate him. Like, okay, I don't know what happened to him, but he had to go through therapy and stuff so he can just play regular street ball again. I was like,
mm-hmm.
dang, bro, what happened? You're like a
They
year older
ball,
than,
man. You
you know what
seen
I'm
them
saying?
now?
Yeah,
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 Luke, my guy. We knew each other
yeah.
since we was 3.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm like, but see, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but I appreciate people like y'all because I didn't meet y'all till I was like 12, 13 years old, and
Yeah.
y'all were just cool. And I was like, I appreciate people like that. You know what I'm saying? People
Mm,
that ain't on no goofy stuff. You appreciate them, especially in your older years. You know what I'm saying? Because in one perspective, you kind of see people the way they are, even at a young age. In some cases, they're gonna stay that way unless they grow and mature. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about it from a negative connotation, but if you're like this
gotten-
real solid person from jump, like you don't wanna like, you know what I'm saying? You don't wanna miss touching bases with those type of people or you don't want to miss being in contact with those type of people because you know what I mean you don't know
right.
we don't know I know we're in our 30s, man. Like we you know what I'm saying we both close to our 40s, but we don't know what's gonna happen in the next couple of years. We
Mm,
don't know what's gonna happen in the next couple of months. So it's always important, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I appreciate you wanting to do that. Like I do. Like I don't like bothering people just because I take it like I'm bothering somebody. That's just the way I am. I'm like, I don't want to feel like I'm getting on somebody's nerves, and you know what I mean. But like, that's just the way I am. I've always been like that. But the fact that you're like, nah, man, I'm gonna stay in contact with you and try. I appreciate that. Me personally, that means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I just
mm.
don't like bothering people. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you know what I'm saying, you're choosing to do that I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you indulging in this conversation with me.
My
You know what
brother.
I mean? Yeah, man. It was fun, bro. Like, man, I wasn't expecting to laugh. Here go Ray. He said, enjoyed the show, fellas. Most deaf, all love.
Who?
Ray Browning.
He taught me how to
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah, I
I
remember
still know how to do that. Shout
that.
out to Ray. I be on set doing that. They be like, what? Bro, Still not do that there.
Look, man. Look, man. Look, man. And yo, definitely, and share this podcast. Well, this the live for the podcast, man. Just share with everybody. Yeah, we got to do this again. Just talking, man. Like this was cool. This was cool. I enjoyed this, bro.
My
I,
brother.
hey, yo, real talk. Hey, I told my wife. I said, "Oh no, it's Reggie. It's the little bro. Oh, my bad, dog. My bad.
Who?
My Ray's little brother. He got a younger brother. He's like a couple
I,
years younger than us.
yeah. Okay,
B,
what's up,
yo,
child? To him too. I
nah,
know.
man, my bad, dog. I'm so sorry, man. I was wondering how you were doing. Nah, I'm sorry, dog. Nah, but you know what's funny? I saw you saluting your hat. And I told my wife, I was like, I want to get a hat that say Sagging on it. She's like, that's so ghetto. I'm like, nigga, I don't care. I'm from
I was
Saginaw.
let me know if you find one of them.
Might have to get one made, bro. Or find something like, you know what I'm saying? If we go back home or have somebody or order it or something like that.
They probably
Like I
gotta
would,
get it made.
yeah, cause like I got this,
Mm.
I got this made. Oh, it looks good in the
Go down a
camera.
minute. Go down a little bit on mine. On mine. Go
Okay,
down. Oh yeah.
bro,
Okay. Yeah.
that thing looks sexy. I was like, oh,
Right.
it look good in the camera. Hold on, let me go to my screen. Oh yeah, that thing look good. So, but yeah, we got to get that fixed. I just noticed that dent. But I'm thinking about having him, or maybe ordering something back home just so it can say Saginaw. I don't want the gun with the smoke in the background. I don't want all that. Yo, I don't need all that, bro. Like, I'm cool. I'm cool on that. But I do want something that represents my hometown, man, because that's my biggest thing. No matter where I go, and there's places I stayed there for like years. Like I lived here in Texas so far, it'll be going on 8 years. I lived in Kentucky for like 9 years. You
Mm.
know what I mean? But I'm like, I can never, you know what I'm saying? Never be like I ain't from Saginaw or deny that I'm from Saginaw or whatever. Like I can't. Even though I didn't like, I grew up in like, I kind of grew up in the hood, but I was still really sheltered. You know what I'm saying? Because plus, before I met y'all, I was going to a Catholic school. I was going to Francis Ray.
Mm.
So I was like not privy to no
Yeah.
stuff. So when people are like, you know where that one place is? Nope. You don't know? Nope. Why not? Nigga, I went to, I was sheltered and I went to a private school from like, from like 3, 4 years old to like 12. No, bro, I don't know where that's at. You know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, dog. Like, and plus I live in BV and that's a whole different thing. I'm like, I really don't know anything unless somebody tell me. I don't know, but I'm not going to sit there and deny that that's where I'm from because that's where I grew up at. There's certain areas I do know, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
because I went around those areas because of family. But yeah, man, definitely, bro, definitely. But yeah, man,
Right.
I'm like wherever I go, like I can never deny Saginaw. Places I go or people I talk to, yo, where you from? I'm from Saginaw, Michigan. I let them
I
know.
represent it all day,
I make
man.
sure I say the city. I'm from Saginaw, Michigan. And then the ones that be like Saginaw, you know, like yeah, I'm like you know about Saginaw? You're like yeah, like that's what's up, man. It always warms my heart when I see that or hear that. They say Saginaw like for real. Like yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. It takes a lot for people to come out of Saginaw or to, you know what I'm saying. It's so many great and talented people there, man. Um, I think you remember Kurt, right? Carew.
Yeah.
He had mentioned I follow him. I just look at his stuff and read his stuff. And I guess everything is different now because we're adults. And I was like, man, like I be reading stuff. I'm like, we're really adults. We're talking like the adults that we were looking up to when we were kids. And I was like, that's so wild. And he was just talking about how the kids' mindsets are, and he's like, I, I, I don't know too much about him, for real, for real. I would just see him sometimes when he was with Peep and with
Okay.
oh, what's my man's name? Um, dang, his last name is right there, and he's gonna be mad at me if he ever sees this. Anyways, I'm just gonna skip. But with Peep and
All
the
right.
rest of that whole like little crew, but yeah, I'm gonna let you go, bro. I'm gonna let you go. But we would see
I'm
stuff.
not.
Okay.
I'm trying to see why they what's going on, and that's all
Uh,
good.
but he would talk, and I'm just like, he would talk about how the youth is and what we need to do as adults to like pave a way for them to set them up. And I was like, we're really adults. Like every time I read stuff like that, I'm like, dang, I'm like, we're really grown. And his mindset is like, we need to set them up. We need to do this. We need to do that. And it's like even if they didn't get it, it was only a handful of us that like made it. But what about the people that are making it in our hometown? You know what I'm saying? Or in different areas. It's like we still need to be, even though we're trying to do stuff for ourselves and set up stuff for our own self, our family or whatever, we need to be able to be in a position to set up the youth too, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
And so they can
yeah.
avoid the stuff that we went through. Because I'm just like, he said some stuff, and I was like, "You right, man." He's like, "Man, some of these kids they giving up on their talents, or their gifts, or their intellect because they trying to do what they see XYZ is doing. Like that's the only thing you can do." And I was like, "Man, we're really adults, bro. We're really talking like that." And I was like, "Sheesh." But there's things like you know what I'm saying that we can do to set them up. There's
Mm.
things we can do to set them up. But yeah, man, let me go ahead and end this, fam. Again, bro, I appreciate you hopping on.
Holla at me, bro. I'm gonna holla at you
I
later.
Yes, sir. All right, I'm gonna go
My
ahead and
man.
let you go though. All right, bro.
All right.
All right. All right, guys. So thank you for checking out the podcast. It's supposed to be different podcast. This is your man Gerard Kenneth, and this was episode 54 from the Mid to ATL, featuring my cousin Peanskean. Please make sure that you follow him, that you check out all his social media sites and stuff like that. Check out his music as well. It's available at all digital streaming platforms. And yeah, y'all, peace and God bless. Deuce.